Alright guys, today on Marty's First Looks we're going to dig into, once again, to Kindle Vella, but we're specifically going to look at a sci-fi story. We're going to switch it up a little bit here and dig into something new and interesting. So let's do like we always do. Let's dive in and start by covering what Kindle Vella is. It's not a separate app. You don't need to download it. It's all part of the Amazon Kindle application, and it's available on both the iPad and the iPhone. Essentially what you need to do is once you're on your home page in the Kindle application, you're going to want to hit Discover, and then from Discover you're going to want to press Kindle Vella, which is right in the center of the page. That's going to take you to the Kindle Vella subsection. So again, real quickly, Kindle Vella is a serialized fiction service, meaning stories told one short episode at a time. It's paid, you purchase story access or episode access rather through tokens. You can see up at the top right-hand corner, there's a token icon. Clicking on that tells you how many tokens you have as well as what they cost to purchase. The actual cost of an individual episode really depends on the number of words. It seems to be roughly 1 token per 100 words. So if you have a 1,500 word episode, you're looking at roughly 15 tokens. Amazon gives you some rough estimates here as to the number of tokens it would cost per episode, but it really varies and it's going to depend on the individual author. So speaking of authors, let's dig in here for a second. I ran across a new sci-fi serial the other day that I wanted to share with you. It's called The String Conspiracy. I'll go ahead and put it into the search bar here and bring it up. So here it is, The String Conspiracy by Candace Freilick. So once we bring up this main page, let's talk for a second about what this is. Okay, so this is a Kindle Vella story, so it's going to be told in individual episodic content. Specifically, of course, we have the title at the top, The String Conspiracy, the author, Candace Freilick, and then we have the number of episodes, that's that little page icon, which says there are 14 episodes, and the number of thumbs up. Thumbs up meaning the number of times someone has pointed their, clicked on the icon that says, hey, I liked this episode. So that's an incredible ratio, 204 to 14 episodes. It's great. So let's dig in a little more. We've got a nice sci-fi looking action-y image over there. Let's read the blurb and get a feel for what the story's about. Joe's last invention didn't exactly explode, but after causing chemical burns and thousands in damages, it didn't bring in job offers either. So when she hears as a reward for finding a missing prototype, it's sleeves up, scanners out. Joe slides from planet to planet, chasing leads, but something's off about the trail she's following, and tech failures are taking out her competition. The next one could leave her stranded, or worse. So it's got a good blurb, it's a good opener, it gets me interested in what's going to happen. The next thing you'll see is the tags. For this story, the authors chose adventure, quirky humor, sci-fi, science fiction, multiverse, female protagonist. So again, these tags are sort of how the author wants you to sort of categorize the story in your head. If you like stories that have a multiverse or a female protagonist, this should help you locate a story like this on the Kindle Vella system. Looks like she's putting out episodes roughly one a week. As you can see, there are 4 in the last 30 days, and it's already got 3 5-star ratings, which is excellent. So let's dig right in here and take a look. Now remember, episodes cost tokens, but the first 3 episodes are always free. So it's really no excuse to not try out something new if it looks like something you might enjoy. Let's go ahead and click on episode 1, Joe Picks a Lock. So I had looked at the episode earlier. Let me scroll back up to the top here, and we'll go through the actual, I'll go ahead and read a few paragraphs of the episode to give you a feel for the writing. Joe picks a lock. It wouldn't be stealing if all you did was take something out to look at, right? Maybe hold it for a bit? Joe considered the worn, bubble-like suites of the lab building. They looked a bit like a chemistry model where the atoms got squished, with glassed-in hallways running between them instead of sticks. The whole thing balanced on 4 closed-in stairs serving the main and entry exits. Its fading green paint and hints of rust hardly marked it as heist-worthy. But then again, Joe wasn't a thief. Hence why she was winging it instead of going in with a plan. She shifted the strap of her equipment bag to sit higher on her shoulder and tried not to look conspicuous. Sure, picking locks was still breaking and entering, even when nothing got damaged. But if all she wanted to do was touch a few artifacts on a shelf and probe them with her scanner, the most she should get was a warning, right? Maybe a lecture. Her confidence stumbled when she spotted the university's security guards. Usually you'd be hard-pressed to find one, as the university budget couldn't afford trimming bushes or fixing cracks in the pavement, much less hiring competent security. But today, a full 6 defended the front entrance with a tight barrier of yellow cones. They let only ID-tagged students pass the barrier, ferrying them to and from hovercraft shuttles with all the seriousness of a bodyguard besieged by paparazzi and rabid fans. Unnecessary, of course, as the only bystanders were a pair of local broadcasters and a shared cameraman. Hardly a dangerous crowd, but then every lab that received Rezero artifacts was on high alert. All right, I like the writing. I like the opening. It gives us sort of a tension before the next scene. We have Joe here looking to break in to check out these artifacts. So I like where this is headed. I want to show you something with each Kindle Vella episode. One of the things you'll see is at the end of the episode, you'll see a note from the author. And that's really the author's one-way, unidirectional method to communicate with you, the reader. So this author writes, "Ooh, Joe's getting called to the dean's office. I don't think it's so she can finally get her badge. If you enjoyed this chapter, please hit the like to let me know. New chapters weekly." So let's talk about the like and the thumbs up. It says here to keep scrolling for more, and that's exactly what happens. If I scroll up a little bit more, I get the option to like or to thumbs up the episode, which, as you can see, 32 people before me did that. I'll go ahead and make it 33. In addition, if you like the story, if the story is something that you'd like to know more about, or you'd like to know when new episodes drop, you're going to want to press the button to follow the story. So now your device will notify you, or actually the Kindle app will notify you when a new episode appears. So that kind of gives you a high-level overview as to how Kindle Vella works, this new science fiction story that I stumbled across, The String Conspiracy. I'll have a link to it on the YouTube page, so by all means, if it's something that appeals to you, go and check it out. So until next time, thanks and happy reading.